How's it going, everybody? Today I'm going to review my paddle, the Werner Skagit Hooked. First of all, if you don't want to watch the whole video and you just want to know what I think about this paddle after having used it exclusively with my Cuda through lakes and rivers for the last year and a half, I love it, I recommend it, and if you are looking for a high-level paddle that will perform great no matter what you're doing, but you don't want to spend $500 on a paddle, this is anywhere from $100 to $130, and you can typically find it at any paddle shop near you. First, we'll talk about the blade, okay? The blade of the paddle is firm. It has a little bit of give at the tip. You can see me bend it there, okay? It's got a little bit of flex, but other than that, it's tough, okay? I don't know if the light is catching it right, but this thing is scratched up all over the place, okay? That's because I'll dig it into the rocks in the river, I'll scrape it on the bottom, whatever. I can really put my weight into this paddle and it is going to rebound off of whatever I smack it into with what I would say is very little scarring up. If this paddle had some kind of a color scheme on it, a design with stripes or something like that, this scarring would be even less noticeable. But I think it adds to the cool factor, okay? This paddle has obviously been used and it's seen some action. Sweet. Much the way I think about my kayak. If you've got a kayak and you go fishing a lot and you're all worried about getting it scratched and little boo-boos and stuff, that's what it's supposed to look like. It's supposed to look like you've drug it through the freaking apocalypse, okay? That's how you let other kayak fishermen around you know this thing gets used, okay? It takes you to the bass. They make this paddle in two colors. They make it in just your typical kind of bright yellow color on the blade, and then this brown color. I'm more of a natural color kind of guy, not that it really matters. I don't really have an opinion on that as far as fishing goes, but I just chose the brown. On the back of the blade, it says Werner right there. On the front of the blade, it's gonna have this right here. Obviously, these are stickers that I've added. Okay, it's gonna come with 2 drip rings. Okay, so when you pull the paddle up out of the water and it comes sliding down to you, it kind of diverts it, splashes off into the water. Shaft itself has a little bit of texture to it, so it'll help your grip, okay? It's a lightweight paddle. Now, I say this from a bit of a lack of experience. I've not used a lot of premium kayak paddles, so I don't know how to compare it to those, but I have never been using this and become fatigued from paddling a long distance and thought, my paddle is so heavy, I mean, now, I could pick up a different paddle of maybe a higher caliber and notice that. It's possible, but that's my thought on it. Really, the only other thing to discuss here is the Ferrule System, okay? Fancy word for saying how these two paddles come together. When you put it together, what that allows you to do is to simply move it into position like so. And you can adjust the ferrule, and you can adjust the paddle, and that hole allows you to see if you're at 45 degrees or if you're at 0. Okay, when you've got it at 0, you're gonna see the arrow. I always do mine at 0, which means both my blades are facing the same direction as I'm paddling. And then you push it to like that, it's totally flush, guys, totally flush. And you'll see the 0 right there. Okay, and then to release it, all you do is depress this little button right here, give it a tug. It makes that cool sound that the little guns with the little cork ball and the string on the end of them make. You get from Cracker Barrel. Let your 5-year-olds play with them. That's pretty much it, guys. It's a great paddle. I highly recommend it. When I do buy another paddle, as far as I'm concerned, it'll be another Werner paddle, because this, I really enjoyed this. Frankly, I don't see any need to replace it until something horrible happens to it. On a side note, and just to finish off this video, I would simply like to say the hat I'm wearing, beardedbassco.com, is a fella who essentially sells apparel, from what I can tell, hats like this. And I found him on Instagram, and I bought a hat for like $23 including shipping or something, simply because I thought the logo on it was hilarious. Okay, I have a beard, I fish for bass, and it's just a big largemouth bass with this stupid grin on his face and a huge beard. And it was, I mean, if nothing else, frankly, it was so goofy and so funny. I just bought one. So if you guys are into that kind of thing, you can go check him out. Thanks for watching, and go get yourself a good paddle. Highly recommend Werner. Make sure to subscribe, tell your friends, and we'll see you next time.